First of all, I'll give an overview of what is the political scenario, both national and in relation to Sabah and Sarawak. Before I forget, I just need to remind all of us who are here, if there is any reporters or newspaper people here, please avoid addressing the potential candidate as the candidate. It's not that they are not the candidate, because it will be against party policy. Until and when they are announced officially by our HQ, there will be, as for now, the potential candidate. I do not do end up in hot soup. Okay? If suddenly comes out in the paper tomorrow, the candidate for Baram is so and so, Ulu Rajang is so and so, I'll be the first one to get shot down. So just bear that in mind. Okay? Just say they are potential candidate. Okay, as it is now, the scenario, political scenario now is since the last general election in 2008. This is the position that we are having. In West Malaysia, the total number of parliamentary seats is 166, whereas in Sabah and Sarawak we have 56. Means we have 31 in Sarawak, 25 in Sabah. As of 2008. PR got 80 seats in West Malaysia. That was before the Katak. Okay? Before the Katak thing. And BN got 86. So majority in West Malaysia, they have 6 seats. As for Sabah and Sarawak, in 2008, PR got 3. 2 in Sarawak, 1 in Sabah. So majority they win in Sabah and Sarawak is 50 seats. So 50 plus 6, they got 56 seats. So the scenario has changed. We believe the sentiment now is our target, PR target in West Malaysia is to get another extra 12 seats. That is the minimum. Some say we could get another 15, some say 18 seats, it depends. So we go for the minimum of 92 seats in West Malaysia. That will leave PN with 74 in West Malaysia. So PR get 18 seats majority in West Malaysia. So Sabah and Sarawak being the fixed deposit, so-called. So we were tasked to break that fixed deposit. We are asked to work and win at least 10 seats in Sarawak and 10 seats in Sabah. So that is the job that we have to do in Sarawak now. Okay. For Sabah, they say they are very confident of getting between 8 to 15 seats. I don't have any comment on it because I don't know how Sabah works. So now I'll brief you on Sarawak. For us to achieve that 10 seats in Sarawak, we have to, this is the scenario in Sarawak now. We have 7 Chinese majority seats. Those are town urban seats. Okay? Namely, Badar Kuching, Stampin, Serike, Lanang, Sibu, Bintulu, and Miri. Based on last 10 election, we are very confident of winning 6. Whoever stands there, DAP or PKR will stand there, we will win 6 seats. Okay? The only difficult one is Bintulu, because the BN ATM machine is there. Okay? Tan Sri Tiong. Okay? He is also in the schedule. The Port Klang so he's there, so he got so much money. So we think that Bintulu will be very difficult to win. So that makes 6 seats for the urban area. So we have the Dayak majority seats and the Malay Malanao majority seats. The seats that we are looking at now are 9. Okay? We have Seratok, Selangor, Baram, Kenawit, Limpang, Seri Aman, Lubu Antu, Mambo, Mas Gading, and Ulu Rajang. And for the Malay seat, we are looking at Batang Lupat and Kota Samarangan. So it is achievable. Yeah? 6 seats out of 7 in the urban area, 4 out of 11 in the Dayak and Malay Malanao majority seats. And we have focus on the strategy now to actually just focus on 7 of the 11. This is due to financial resources. We must be able to remind you that in Sarawak, for example, Parang constituency is as big as the state of Johor. Okay? And that is one parliament to do. So these are the mounting tasks that we have to face. So that's why we are reducing our focus, because it is better. Our strategy is you might as well focus on 6 and win 4 or 5 out of the 6, then spread your resources in 11 areas and you lose all. So that's why, like Hulu Rajang, it was not in our focus area, because if we were to go for Barang, the size of Hulu Rajang is bigger than Barang. It's the size of Pahang. So we have to choose between either one. So that's why we have to choose Barang. That is based on last election result. That's how we made our choice. So that's why Hulu Rajang is here today. If we can get help from outside, we could help him to organize his campaigning on the ground. Okay. So what have we been doing on the ground since? Okay, this is what I explained just now. In preparation for this coming PE, we focus to win at least 5 seats out of that 11 seats. And for that matter, we are focusing on Limbang, Barang, Selangau, Kenawit, Seratuk, Mampong, and Stampit. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We reduced that 11 winnable seats to 7 so that we can focus on it. So these are the other potential seats which we think, if we have the time, we have resources, we can focus on. Seri Aman, Mambo, Lulu Antu, Batang Lupa, Hulu Rajang, and Asgari. So, in all these focus areas, we have already identified actually all the candidates. So there's no question of fighting over candidacy. And they have started working on the ground since October 2011. Although you don't hear anything in the paper, we are working on the ground. I, being the Deputy Election Director, we have meeting every month. All the candidates reports directly to me on the activities on the ground. And they have formed all the election committee up to polling district, and each of them has opened operation centers. And most of it are men. They have clerks there already. All the 5 areas have already opened the operation center with clerk. So we have managed to provide its focus, the 5 focus areas, 7 focus areas with a minimal amount of money to move on the ground. Between 3,000 to 6,000-7,000 a month. We have managed to get the resources. Not our own source. The party don't have money. So we don't get local allocation even from HQ to do all our work. Okay? So campaign materials have been prepared to all the focus areas, such as calendars, buku jingga, we have even the biography, we have car stickers and banners. Okay? These are the materials that we have prepared since last year. For the focus area only, the 7 areas only. So the other area, we are so sorry for that. Actually, people like our friend, like Bunsu, is working very hard, but as I said just now, due to our restricted resources, we have to make a strategic choice. So calendars, we have 70,000 pieces produced this December. That's been 10,000 per constituency. Buku Jingga, 40,000 pieces. Dear Bio, 35,000 pieces. We even produce car stickers and banners, like especially for the anti-Baram dam. We have CDs, leaflet and hand fan. Okay, I'll just show you the pictures. Okay, these are the calendars. Sample of the calendars that we produce for them. because we produced it last year before Chinese New Year, so this one of the, each of the focus area have a calendar for the Chinese, calendar for the rest. This is what we have been producing, okay? Like the anti-baram banners, we have printed 60 baram, that is 5 by 15 feet, the banner. That is a big banner, hanging all over baram. The one at the bottom is the car stickers. Okay? It's 3 by 9 inches. We also produce a jam leaflet. Okay, buku jingga. And this is the hand fan, the last campaign material that we are using. We got the picture of our 3 elected reps. Okay? YB Ali Biju, Paul Bian and Chihab. And this is the candidate bio flyer. Each of them has their own flyer. We produce 10,000 each, 5,000 each for each candidate. Yeah, these are the focus areas. I don't have to go into detail on this. This is our statistic of the focus areas. The candidates will go more in detail later on. Then we have all the details, so these are the other areas. Area 1, 2. What we do now is we have meeting, we have a one-on-one session every month with the candidate, 7 candidates. Every month we meet the whole day, from morning until evening. We will sit 1 hour with one candidate, with one consultant, of course with me and our information chief, where we check on the progress, the feedback on us, and see how we can help them. That's what we are doing. The last meeting we had was last week on the 14th. Normally we'll gather them in one center or hotel, cheap hotel. We can pay, it's expensive. And we grill them. Yeah? They grill us, we grill them. So we focus specifically now on Pachaba, polling agent and counting agent. Because in the last election, we believe that there are areas where we're supposed to win. We lost because of this. So this is the first priority that we are telling them, we focus on this. 1, number 2 is the logistic needs. That is bringing people to vote. They must go and vote. And bringing our polling agent to the polling centers. And of course, we must make an effort to explain vote buying. Because each time you go there, they said, why you lost last election? He said, they paid 50 ringgit, they paid 100 ringgit. That's why we lost. So if that is the reason we lose an election, this time we will lose again. Because they pay money all the time. Until and when people realize that by taking the money and vote for them is wrong, we will never win state election in Sarawak. So this is one of the focus. We guide them to explain to the rural people that they've stolen so much from us. By giving you 50 ringgit is not going to help. Yeah? Anyway, we have a special guideline to explain to the rural people how to answer this question of paying money, and you just take the money but don't vote for them. Yeah, these are the focus. The issues that must be addressed by every candidate. If you don't address this issue, you will lose again, because this time they will probably give you 500 ringgit. If it is not enough, they will give 1,000 ringgit. And okay, the most important and fortunate thing that happened in Sarawak is Radio Free Sarawak. I don't know whether you guys listen to Radio Free Sarawak. You can go online. If you Google Radio Free Sarawak.org, it will come. Got the podcast there, you can listen to it, it's 2 hours. Okay? And this, we have realized, is the turning point. If the Longhouse listen to this radio, it is an alternative to the main media. If you listen to RTM, TV3, Awani every day, they will never vote for Pakatan, right? They will think Barisan is so God sent, and they cannot be toppled. They say you can't change Barisan. Barisan is the government. The government is Barisan. So that is the thing that we have to break. So we have Radio Free Sarawak, which is our mouthpiece. We collaborating with them very well on the issues, and even they're supporting our candidate. We tell them who is our candidate, they will support. And because of this, we have made it a priority to deliver free shortwave radios to every single longhouse where we are contesting. That is our first priority. Actually, our target was to deliver that by end of April. But unfortunately, our order of shortwave radio from China is encountering problem. We don't know exactly what is the problem, but it's still not delivered yet. We have ordered 5,000 units. It haven't arrived. As for now, we have already distributed roughly about 500 units of radio in these 7 focus areas. That means one focus area has received between 50 to 60 radios. Okay? And in one area, we have between 100 to 400 longhouses. And that is the distribution. So these are the most important campaign tools that we think we should maximize and use. Okay? This is a picture of our YB. This is in Limbang, where I coordinate. We go to the longhouse and we give these shortwave radios to the longhouse. Okay? At least one longhouse, one radio. If we have extra, we'll give. If the longhouse is a long one, probably 70 doors, 60 doors, we give them 2 or 3 radios. Before I go to this, so we have experience in the longhouses. Before we give the radio to them, there were like 80% BN supporters, 20% our supporters. We leave 1 or 2 radio with them, and we come back after 2 or 3 weeks. The situation changed the other way around. 80% support us, only 20% will listen to Parisan. And in some cases, they will come back 6 o'clock from the farm just to listen to the radio. Okay? Everybody will crowd around the radio in the longhouse and listen to the radio. Sometimes the mothers even cook only after 8 o'clock. And then it's a sacrifice. But I think that's why we think it is a very effective tool, and we need all the help that we can get. This is our priority, to give 1 radio to every single longhouse in Sarawak. So as you know, in Sarawak, we don't have very good roads. Okay? A lot of the movement we have are in either by boat or logging road. Like this boat, we just have to purchase for our Selangor constituency. It's a fiberglass one. It cost us 2008. We bought an engine for them also. In a lot of the areas, we did this. Either you go by logging road, or if you don't have boat, you have to tumpang the ferry. Okay? These are the boat trucks. Yeah. As I said just now, these are our immediate needs. We need about 250 units to 500 constituencies. And we have distributed about 500 so far. And we need 4-wheel drive to move around, either you rent, and all the candidates have their own 4-wheel drive. We just need a backup. Sometimes they go out in the rural area, the car breaks down. There's no way you're going to get out if you don't have a backup vehicle. And traveling by boat is very expensive. This engine guzzles gasoline. Okay? A gallon will go probably about 20 minutes to ride. 1 gallon costs about 12 ringgit. And most of the area we travel is in hours. Okay? So if you're traveling 2 hours, you need at least 30 ringgit. Just gasoline. In some area you need to travel 5 hours. Just one go, your petrol alone will cost you 150 ringgit. Yeah? And I know all our candidates moves every weekend. Move 3 days, 4 days a week. So we can only assist them to a certain degree, okay? And of course, these transportation needs will drag down right to polling day, because Barisan Nasional will try to sabotage if Longhouse is known to be our supporter. They will just buy all the pot and ask them to sit down. They pay them 1,000 ringgit each. Okay? I booked him. So that is what is happening in Sarawak. So